He gorged himself on the maggots, as if he were eating the most delicious food in the world. His comrade could not understand how he could do this, but he explained that he had to keep up his strength. They were trapped in a Vietnamese prisoner of war camp, where there was no human rights at all. The enemy soldiers often toyed with the captives. They even had to wear shackles while sleeping. It was common for fellow prisoners to defecate on one another. The only small joy they had was teasing a stray dog. Thus, Dieter made up his mind to escape. He pretended to borrow toothpaste from a guard and secretly took away an iron nail. He then shaped the nail into a lockpick. At night, he easily unlocked his handcuffs. Next, he cut the ropes under the floor and slipped out of the cell in secret. But escaping was never easy. First, he dug open a gap in the fence, then quietly returned to the cell. When all the guards went for lunch, he and his companion rushed out through the opening. The guards never expected anyone to escape, so they never carried weapons during mealtimes. This gave Dieter and his group a perfect chance. After they subdued the guards, Dieter realized only Martin was left beside him. The others had already disappeared without a trace. Left with no choice, Dieter gathered as much food as he could and fled deep into the rainforest with Martin. Lost in the jungle, they had no sense of direction, so they decided to follow the river. Suddenly, Martin sensed danger ahead. They scrambled to climb ashore as fast as they could. Thanks to Martin's quick reaction, they narrowly avoided falling to a brutal death. Soon after, they luckily spotted 2 American military helicopters. However, the pilots failed to notice them. Watching the helicopters fade into the distance, Martin fell into complete despair. Dieter, however, believed they would come back. He burned everything he could find to create smoke. Sure enough, the helicopters returned shortly afterward, yet the pilots mistook them for enemies. Dieter shouted angrily in frustration. To make matters worse, the gunfire drew a group of local villagers. Without a single word, they beheaded Martin. Witnessing this, Dieter's spirit completely shattered, scaring the villagers into fleeing in panic. Dieter then fled into the dense woods, blending completely into the rainforest. When hunger struck, he caught passing snakes. Fearing smoke would attract enemies, he ate the raw meat without cooking. All at once, the sound of helicopter rotors echoed nearby. Dieter waved banana leaves with all his strength. This time, the pilot finally spotted him. Dieter was taken back to the American military base. Instead of rescue, he faced harsh interrogation by CIA agents, who suspected he had become an enemy spy. Abruptly, a group of soldiers walked in with a cake. They were Dieter's old comrades. They distracted and sent the agents away, then carried Dieter out on a cart. They safely escorted him back to the Air Force headquarters. Everyone there was overwhelmed with emotion, for Dieter was a true hero.